And we should be live. Testing, 1, 2, 3, and we're live. Hello everybody. Welcome to my live stream. So in today's stream I just want to, discuss drafts, players, answer your questions. If there's anybody, watching live, they can ask questions and I'll be more than happy to answer them. But it's mostly discussing the drafts and players. Let's just have a back and forth. Because honestly, I'm still unsure about a lot of these players. So you can see my draft right here. That's the current draft. Of course, nothing is final. Nothing is ever final until the deadline. And 1,000,000% this team is going to change. There's not a doubt in my mind. So yeah. The two players I'm currently sure of 100% are Salah and Palmer. These are the only two. Everybody else is subject to change, especially the forward line with Gui, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, and Perot. So yeah, Anderson, I mean I know he's gotten a lot of DEFCON points, or would have gotten a lot of DEFCON points. It's just it doesn't sit right with me getting a central defensive midfielder. Unless they're on penalties and free kicks, then by all means I don't mind. But the routes to attack, they're not that many for that defensive midfielder, especially playing for Nottingham Forest. They're not the most offensive side. They like to sit back a little bit more. And that's the reason Milinkovic and Murillo got their DEFCON points. It's not because they defend amazingly and they attack amazingly and they have possession. No, that's not true. Sometimes they concede possession. They allow the other team to play. It's just, yeah, they're good at sitting back, and Sells is good at keeping the ball out of the net. And they're good defenders, Milinkovic and Murillo. But yeah, just having Anderson, yeah, this is I'm gonna change him. There's no way by deadline or come deadline I will still have Anderson. But that's not really important. I think the more important players to discuss are the likes of Fernandes, maybe Wirtz, Guardiola. I mean, even Wirtz. Wirtz has been in my draft ever since game week 1, which is I've watched Wirtz play for Germany. I've watched him play for Leverkusen. I've seen him. I know how he plays. The guy's absolutely insane. I watched him in preseason. In fact, he gets forward a lot. He shoots a lot. I know he's known for being a more team player, which he is, by the way. But trust me, he does take shots every now and then. He does think about himself a little bit. He does go for goal. Because I mean, if you're playing up front, especially for Liverpool, you're gonna want to score, especially at Anfield and stuff. Because I mean, that's everybody's dream, right? To play professionally and then have the fans go wild when you score and stuff. So imagine that, but Anfield, Premier League, the whole world's watching. But yeah, but that's not the point of this stream. The point is to see which players generate FPL points, because that's basically the whole point. And Wirtz at 8.5, I think is good value, but as we've seen, the recent news, Diaz left to Bayern Munich. Darwin has left for Al Hilal, I think, in Saudi Arabia. And then, I mean, Jota, may he rest in peace. He was a phenomenal player. But yeah, and Liverpool haven't brought anybody in except Ekitike, who's going to be playing up front. So if you think about it, Gakpo is back on the menu. And last year, I didn't get him once. I know a lot of people bought him for that double game week. I think it was 25 or something. I didn't go for him that time. I can't remember if he did well or not. I think he did okay. But that's besides the point. The whole problem with last season is that we weren't sure if he was going to get the minutes or if he was going to be rotated to play in the Champions League or favored to play in the Premier League. But this season, I don't think he's going to be you know, we won't have to worry about him that much because he's literally the only player that can play on the left wing. I know Ikitiki can do so as well, but he's not as good as Gakpo. And yeah, Slot seems to like Gakpo quite a lot. That's why I'm more inclined to get him now. But is he going... Let's say both Gakpo and Verts both get 90 minutes every single game. Let's just make that assumption. Okay, knowing that, who's going to get more points? Who's going to score more? Who's going to assist more? And I always look at the numbers. So this is SofaScore, and I use it mainly because it has the same exact like XG, XA, all that data that the FPL uses, which is quite reliable. I think they use the same source, which is OptaStats, I think. But yeah, the cool thing about SofaScore is that you can see the numbers from past seasons, as you can see here, even for other leagues. So if you rely on FPL solely, of course, they won't show you players and how they performed in Bundesliga or Liga 1 or the other, you know, top leagues, top 5 leagues. Whereas SofaScore will, and not only will they show you last seasons, they'll show you the current and even older seasons. So looking at Florian Wirtz's numbers per 90, I think that's the most important box to tick here. Per 90 minutes. So per game, they're expected, or he's expected to score 0.35, 0.3. Again, it was a little bit lower in 2022, 2023. I think specifically because of 2 reasons. First of all, he was still up and coming, so he didn't find his footing yet. He wasn't that comfortable in his position. And mainly, I think he had penalties later on. So in 2022, 2023, if I'm not mistaken, he didn't take the penalties, which of course drops his XG way down. Because as you know, a penalty has an XG of 0.8 or 0.79, which drives the XG up way up. So I wish they had an XG non-penalty on this website, but they don't. And I think neither does FPL. So if you go back here, let's just look at this. Yeah, it's just XG, XGI, nothing too crazy. But I mean, we can kind of, you know, make estimations if you want. I'm going to look for a source later on after the stream that has the XG non-penalty. I'm pretty sure it's out there somewhere. I mean, let's just try it live on stream. Why not? XG non-penalty or non-penalty XG. Premier League. StatMuse. I don't know. Are they reliable? Most, not all of them. Yeah, I don't know. I need to find a reliable website. There's a lot of websites and they have different numbers, and yeah, that's gonna skew the way we think. And I don't want faulty data or missing data to skew our thoughts and decisions. So let's just stick to this. It's fine. Anyway, the whole point I'm trying to get across is Wirtz had an XGI of 0.66, which is crazy, by the way. Crazy good. I think Saka hovers around the 0.7, so I think it's pretty much the same. I mean, we can just see it ourselves. Saka. Yeah, 0.7. And we all know Saka's prolific. He's priced at 10 for a reason. And that's why a lot of people are saying Florian Wirtz is a bit underpriced. And I tend to agree with them. I think he'll do well. However, I do think his XG is a little bit, or like a tiny bit, inflated because of the penalties. Maybe not even a tiny bit. I think it's inflated quite a lot because of the penalties. And when we go to Gakpo, I already have it prepared here. We see he has an XGI of 0.5, and that's without penalties. So this is 100% without penalties because he didn't take any penalties, as far as I know, last season. Especially in the Premier League. Yeah, and he did quite well. Now this says he played in 35 matches, but I think he appeared in 35 matches. That's what they mean. So if we go here, we go... Actually, I wonder also, just quickly, if we do it by XGI, where does Gakpo fall? Here. Oh boy, it's not even on here. Is it less than 12? That'll be surprising. Oh, 7. Wow. Okay. It's quite low. But yeah, I mean, he only played 2,000 minutes, so per 90, you know, if we use the calculator. I wish they had this stat. I mean, why wouldn't they have this stat? Such an important stat, or the ability to make, you know, to convert it to per 90. But anyways, we'll do it ourselves. So 7.12 divided by how do we do this per 90 minutes? So I think we have to do 1921. No, wait. I'm being stupid. So how many 90 minutes do we have in this? 21.3. So 7.12 divided by 21.3. Yeah, okay, 334. And is that the same here? Just double checking. Yeah, okay, yeah, almost. If we do this. Yeah, see, look, 0.33. They align. That's a good thing. Which is quite high. And if we look at the other players that are higher than him in this order, for example, let's look at Semenyo, who's almost double his XG. And now we do the same thing. I mean, I could just check SofaScore, but since we're doing math, let's just do math. Divide by 90, we get 35.5, 35.5, 35.5. Divide by 35.5. All right, see, it's a lower XG per 90. And that's what you guys should be looking at. Because if you look at this stat right here, and like, oh my god, look at the XGI, it's absolutely crazy. I think FPL Raptor, he actually mentioned SAR quite a lot. So let's just check SAR's numbers. I think they'll look better. I'm not disagreeing with FPL Raptor. I think he's on point. The guy's 6.5 and he does attack a lot. But let's just do the math real quick. So I really should be doing this on SofaScore. I don't know why I'm doing this. 10.82 divided by, what was it? 30 point, I didn't even, oh, sorry, 30. 0.36. It's actually higher than, slightly higher than Gakpo. But again, Gakpo plays for Liverpool, so. And expected assists, 6.82. I mean, let's just do this. I'm being silly, aren't I? So, Semenyo. Ignore the fact that I stopped at the first 5 letters for a bit. Yeah, domestic leagues. This is per 90. All right. Okay. Wait, why is it different? Hold up. I mean, that's slightly different. Maybe I did the math wrong. Because I was expecting 0.36. Oh, sorry, that's Semenyo. Oops. Sorry. My bad. And we do domestic competitions. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, 0.35, 0.22, 0.58 XGI. You know what? I mean, but look at this season. Maybe it was more comfortable during that season. I don't know. But come on. SAR is actually not that bad, but is it a fluke? Is it a fluke? And will he definitely play? Because they have Conference League or Europa League, sorry, fixtures between game week 2 and 3. They have 2 fixtures. There's going to be a lot of games. Yeah. I don't know. I'm starting to warm up to SAR. But definitely Gakpo as well. Let's just go back to the discussion. I think I've gone back and forth too many times. Yeah, Verts, I think these numbers are mainly due to the penalties. They should be lower, closer to the 0.5, I would think. If we take this number into account, he didn't attack as much. I don't know. I really need to find his XG non-penalty. This could even be way lower. You know what I mean? This could be like 0.18 or something. I don't know. So let's assume it's 0.5. If we're saying both are about 0.5, then why not just get this cheaper player? And we know he shoots more. I mean, we've seen the preseason games. Gakpo shoots quite a lot, and he likes that, you know, driving down the wing and then cutting inside, right-footed shot into the bottom corner. It's always the bottom corner. Also, he never goes for like the top right corner. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I say this as if I can't just change my mind a million times. But yeah, I'm gonna do it. Let's put Gakpo. There you go. I've done it. I've done it, and I can't go back forever. And by the way, I like that they changed the UI again. Okay, this is way better than what they had, where it was a little bit all over the place. I appreciate this, FPL. Yeah, I think the team is looking good with Gakpo. We have this 1 million to play around with, because I know you guys are looking at Perot and thinking, what the hell is this guy doing? And yeah, I agree with you guys. Again, the positions I want to improve are Anderson, are Perot. I mean, I could downgrade Fernandez. I honestly can. I honestly can downgrade Fernandez. I do not mind doing that. But I'm a United fan, and that does, you know, make me a little bit biased. And that's what happened last year. I mean, not so much. I only ever had Fernandez and Ahmad when he was, because he's super cheap, such a cheap enabler. And he did score a hat-trick and a couple of goals, so it wasn't like a bad pick or anything. But I can't lie and say I'm not swayed by Manchester United players, because I'm a Manchester United fan. But regardless, Fernandez is one of the most, you know, highest top scoring players in the game, so it's not really crazy to include him. Because if you read the articles and check the post DEFCON numbers, he should have been at 200, and at 200 that means he's literally the fourth highest scoring midfielder. The question is, will he improve on last year in terms of goal scoring record and assists? He's got to. I think he's got to. Because he technically will be playing with better players. Come on, Buemo, Cunha, Sesko. Sesko, I'm really not sure about, you know, like, I'm not sure how that's going to affect him. But I mean, the guy's like 1.95 meters. So he's like, what is that, 6'5", 6'6"? I think he'll get on top of, at the end of Fernandez's crosses. And he'll know what to do in the air, unlike maybe Højlund or Xerxes. Yeah, I don't know. I really want Fernandez. Because you don't have to think about that position ever again. That's it. Fernandez, set and forget. The points will just trickle along. He'll get those DEFCON every once in a while. He'll get that assist, that penalty, that free kick or something, unless Mbeumo takes it. I'm not against Mbeumo taking some of the free kicks, by the way. He's pretty good at them. Not that he scored plenty, but I think his left foot is quite good, and he gets close. So yeah, we got 1 million. We got Anderson, Perot, Gvardiol, and it's tricky. Now let's discuss quickly the defense, just quickly. I think the issue with the defense, a lot of people are getting confused by this, is that what do we go for? Do we go for the right back and the left back? So basically the full backs or the wing backs, or do we go for the central defenders because they have a higher chance of getting those defensive contributions? And I've had a look. Let's see the table with the numbers. Yeah, so this is Fantasy Football Scout. I am a member. I really like their data. I use it quite often. And if we look at the defensive contributions, let's sort by it. As you guys know, Tarkovsky had the most, so he's hit the threshold this many times divided by 2, because, you know, you get 2 points for hitting the threshold. So he's hit that threshold 22 times. Yeah, out of 33 starts, that's absolutely nuts, you know what I mean? And if you look at Branthwaite's numbers as well, he's hit that threshold 16 times out of 28 starts, which is, again, crazy. So do you go for these types of defenders that are gonna get those defensive contributions, or do you go for the wing backs? I think a mixture of both is the ideal way to go. So excuse me, if we go for, I mean, there aren't any fullbacks here. Robinson. Okay, Robinson is one of the fullbacks. He's hit the threshold 11 times from 35 starts. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about Fulham's defense this year, and I'm not sure he's gonna get those fluky assists like he did last year. I swear there was the one game where he had 2 identical assists, which in my mind, like, what are these assists even? He just passes the ball to Iwobi. Iwobi is trying to cross it to someone. 2 identical assists. I like watch it back. I'm not sure who they were playing against, but those aren't assists. I don't think they'll ever happen again. For Robinson, it's like, yeah, 2 in the same game. That's what's crazy. Iwobi wasn't even shooting; it was crossing to someone, and then the defenders got confused. The ball just went into goal because the keeper didn't know what to focus on. Yeah, so I'm not even sure about his assist potential. I don't like Fulham, not the team. I just don't like him as fancy assets. So I'm not going there, especially for 5. Yeah, that's not happening. Who else? Nico Williams. Nico Williams I like because he also has this goal scoring potential. Now I know if we look at goals right there. So Robinson, how many goals has Robinson scored? 0, but he had 10 assists. Again, I think this is inflated. And Williams had a goal. Can we even rely on him that much? The goal potential, especially that Nottingham, that they don't even attack that much. Yeah. And I think we should see Munoz here somewhere. Yeah, Munoz right there. So defensive contribution 14, that's pretty good. But remember, he got 4 goals, 6 assists. I mean, he's the defender to have, honestly. He is the defender to have, and I'm thinking about him a lot. But as I just said, they have many games. They have many games. They have Europa League games between game week 2 and 3. I think they have a couple of games. So that's what's putting me off of Munoz. Yeah, it's not so easy this year. It's definitely not so easy. This back and forth. Oh, do I go for the fullback, wingback, or the center back for the DEFCON points? Yeah, I'm gonna leave this for another day. This decision, because there's a lot of things to talk about and think about here in the defense, at least. In the midfield, I think I'm set on Gakpo. I just did that change in front of you guys versus Gakpo. Yeah, there's a lot of things to think about. And I think I'm wasting my time right now. The reason I'm saying that is because I have this open as well. Tomorrow, or the next 3 days, we literally have a apologies for the advertisements right here. Yeah, I don't know why Premier League would get these types of advertisements. I should do this. Whatever. Yeah, so if you see here, Aston Villa have a game on August 9th and August 10th. I think that's going to be like a sort of A team, B team type of thing. Arsenal have one more game on the 9th of August. Bournemouth, 9th of August, 8th of August. Chelsea, 8th of August and 10th of August against AC Milan and Leverkusen. Crystal Palace, they have the Community Shield, which is super important. Everton, Fulham, Leeds, Liverpool have the FA Community Shield against Crystal Palace. City have Palermo on the 9th of August, and they haven't played since the Club World Cup. United have Fiorentina. There's a lot of preseason games, so nobody's going to be making any, concrete decisions until those games have been played. So let's just wait a couple of days or 3 more days to maybe have a more, nuanced opinion on players. So these will just stay here as placeholders, I guess. I'll make the transfers. Yeah, these are just placeholders in my opinion. I'll probably have a final kind of looking team after the 10th of August, when all these games that we just discussed have been played, especially the Liverpool one, which is, again, what day? 10th of August, exactly. So after the Liverpool game, that's when we'll start making like solid. Actually, no, after the 13th of August, apparently when Tottenham play PSG. I mean, unless they look really, really good, I don't think I'm gonna go with Tottenham. I'm jumping back in. Okay. So I suggest you guys don't really spend that much time tinkering your team, because I promise you, you will be changing your mind about 80% of what, of the players that you've chosen already by the time these games have been played. Let's just wait for these games and make our decisions then. But I guess I appreciate you guys for watching. If you've watched the stream, and maybe you had a look at how I think, or how I kind of choose my players, and what statistics I look at. Maybe now you've learned about this sofa score thing, and you can use it for yourself. It's really helpful in my opinion. But yeah, so this is just a draft, and it'll continue to be a draft until that deadline for game week 1 passes. And until then, I think I'll make a couple more videos just to highlight, especially the Verts and Gakpo thing. I think it'll be a nice video for people to learn about that. That they're not so dissimilar when it comes to expected goals per 90 and expected assists, or XGI, let's say. But yeah, I hope you guys have found this useful. It is my first ever stream, so I'm not quite used to streaming, and I might have been a little bit all over the place, but hopefully not too much, and that you guys kind of enjoyed the analysis and just going through different players' statistics and the whole team in general. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I'll catch you in another video. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.